What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Alright, so we had the prejudging wrap up for the Men's Open at the Arnold Classic UK yesterday, and the finals in Classic Physique, but I'm going to start off with an update here from Akim Williams. Now, Akim really shocked people at the finals at the Arnold Ohio, so he had really big expectations going into this show. The question was he going to be able to bring the same conditioning that we saw at the finals in Ohio? And I think he did here at prejudging in the UK. I think we saw those deep cuts in the quads. The really hard grainy conditioning everywhere on Akim was much improved from what we saw at the prejudging in Ohio. He came in big, round, full striations through the chest. He even had feathering in the quads, which we do not see from Akim very often. But this does show that his persistence has paid off. And Akim is battling for a third place spot here. I do think that he can defeat John De La Rosa. But the question is, what will Akim do after this show? Is he going to continue to compete to try and earn his Olympia qualification? And how would this physique actually do on the Olympia stage? I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. Now that we're seeing Akim finally realize the potential that we knew he always had, where will this lead him in the 2024 season? So this was a very impressive version of Akim. Again, he does need to work on the back, but that's always been something that he needed to work on. But there is no denying he showed up here at his absolute best. So let me know in the comments below what you think the rest of the 2024 season holds for Akim Williams. Alright, so we have an update here from Michael Daboul, who actually took 4th place in the Classic Physique division. Michael actually took to his Instagram to clarify a few things on what exactly happened with his physique. And aside from what he says in this post, there's actually something that I think affected him much more severely than his posing. But look, we'll go through the post here. He said here, 4th place at the Arnold Expo UK. Came up my best and I'm really proud of the package I presented. However, I'm really disappointed, as most of you are, with my presentation and the way I'm transitioning between the poses. There is no flow in my posing, a word I heard for many times, and I totally agree with it. I'm not presenting my physique in the best possible way, and that's preventing me to be able to show my strengths and hide my weaknesses. And he says here, a physique without flow is empty, in Classic Physique category specifically. So he says here, my feedback was harsh on my posing this time, and I'm really going into an off season just to focus on that. I will be moving to Dubai by the end of the month, so camping start there for posing. So Michael does recognize that his presentation was certainly not what he wanted it to be. And it certainly was not what the judges or the fans wanted it to be either. Conditioning wise, I think he was half decent here. We've definitely seen him better. We've seen him more separated. We've seen him with more striations. We've seen him even fuller. And one of the reasons I think that he was lacking all of those things is, I'm not sure if you guys actually caught it. I've got a clip of it here. Michael Daboul, after the first round of the prejudging posing for the top 4, actually had to walk off stage because he looked like he was getting sick to his stomach. Now, I don't know if he actually threw up or if he just had to heave over in pain or what it may have been, but you guys, he clearly was not at 100%. But at the same time, props to Michael Daboul, because he got right back out there when he needed to when it came to doing comparisons, and he posed as if nobody would ever notice. So do I think we will see a better version of Michael Daboul in the future? Yeah, I absolutely do. We'll see what he does with the rest of the 2024 season, but here in Ohio, he'll settle for 4th place. Alright, so switching back to Men's Open, we had a serious battle between Hadi and Samson Dauda, and a much closer battle than what we saw at the Arnold Ohio. Samson easily showed up improved. We saw more separation in the quads. I think we saw a fuller version of Samson, definitely from the side. We saw a lot more separation. You could really see it in the quads from the side, the hamstring separation, and I actually do think that he had more separation in the glutes than what we've seen previously from Samson. The thickness from the side really was on another level from what we saw 2 weeks ago as well. So this is an improved version of Samson Dauda, without a doubt. And when it comes to Hadi, I think that Hadi was actually a little bit sharper in Ohio. Now, that could be due to the fact that he flew into the UK very late. I believe it was because of visa issues. But either way, we have a much closer battle here. And it is not a foregone conclusion onto who is going to take home this win. I do think it's going to come down to finals. And I do think that both of these guys have an opportunity to come in better, especially Hadi. But Samson took to his Instagram the morning before the finals, and he wanted to speak about his wife and how this really proves that she is the real deal when it comes to being a prep coach. So check out this clip here.
I want to give props to Mel. My wife is one hell of a woman. She's a hell of a person, man. I've said it for so many years that, you know, people underestimate how the role she plays when it comes to my bodybuilding career, and underestimate the role that she is in this sport for me. They think she's not just the girl that does my meals, man. Has been involved in my prep my whole career. She's been involved in my bodybuilding career the whole time, in all aspects of it, not just meal prep, not just the paperwork and the PR side, even getting me ready for shows. And this is just prime example of what that is when you finally give her full control and say, look, I trust you. Show me something, bring me in. And once again, we did it for Prague, we did it for Romania last year. We saw the result with that. And now we did it again this one, and you've seen how much improvement we made in such a short time because of her taking the rail. So, and you can also see how much he angered me when I heard people talking shit about her, and how much, with that said, man, you've seen what she's capable of. You've seen what she can do. And now, as we're here now, getting ready for Saturday night, before I say anything else, I want to give props to her for doing a great job, and props to you guys for, all your messages.
And it's interesting when Samson talks about giving her the full reins. I mean, that gives me the impression that he never really gave Milos the full reins, at least in the last few shows that they did. We know that she's always been involved, but this is heavy involvement. I mean, maybe all this talk of Samson getting another coach is something that may not be necessary. If they can bring a package to the stage such as what we're seeing here, then I mean, why fix something that's not broke? I don't think that he would need another coach in order to get any better. Maybe this dynamic is what they need. Maybe Samson is one of those bodybuilders that does not need a guru at this point in his career. I think he did need Milos for the time that he had him, and Samson actually said that himself. Samson learned how to put on size from Milos Sarcev, but now when it comes to those little details and bringing those out, clearly they're finding a formula. But look, with all that being said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Samson's look here at the Arnold UK, and who do you think is going to end up taking home that title? And stay tuned, guys. I'll be going live for the finals tonight. I'm going to do another live stream. I really appreciate everybody tuning in yesterday, and we'll see you guys tonight. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.